Hello, everybody. Welcome into Tuesday Job Talk. Give me just a second here to get us going on all of our platforms. You know the drill. It always takes a quick second here to make sure we're going live and get us up and running. In the meantime, as I get going here, let me know where you're joining me from. Let me know who you are, where you're coming from, and if you have any questions or anything you're looking for in particular, let me know. And I am here to help. All right, there we go. Looks like we are good to go. I'm going to go ahead and get this up on my phone so that I can see our Facebook joiners, and we will get going. There we go. Well, welcome in, everybody. I am Katie Castillo, the community expert at VertForce, and this is Tuesday Job Talk, where we go live every Tuesday, or pretty much every Tuesday, to talk to you about open roles that you can apply for. On our job board, we talk about, and we talk about upcoming events. We talk about resources that we have for you, and we answer your questions live. So first and foremost, if you have questions, let me know what questions you have, what you're looking for, what you need help with, and I will help answer those questions and get you the resources that you need. So let me get open this. Please feel free to use the chat. That usually pops up. Sometimes it takes a second, so just be patient if I'm not responding to you right away, and I will get going. There we go. Okay, guys. So first and foremost, let me get up our job board for you here. Yes, we have a job board. So VertForce has a job board. It's jobs.vertforce.us. You'll see that code, that URL right there. Apparently I can't talk today. That URL right there. And at the top here, there's also a QR code where you can scan it. If you're not on your phone, you can scan it to take you straight to our job arsenal. So jobs.vertforce.us. Couple notes I want to mention about the job board, just so you know what it is. So it is a private job board, so you do have to make an account with us. It is free, and all of our resources are free, but you do have to sign in. And I say that because if you don't sign in, you won't be able to see all of the jobs that are available. So if you want to see all the jobs, and that's also how you'll be able to click the links and apply, is by making an account. So just make an account. It's free. Make sure you update your profile though, because we do send out emails as we have new jobs coming in and new events and things like that. And if you let us know, if you have certifications, licensures, things like that, you can edit all of that in your profile, and that is how we can better target the roles that we send you. So if you are, for example, a nurse and you have that degree and those licenses, if you put those in, it'll help us send you things that are medical, clinical related versus a tax role or something like that, right? So make sure you're updating your profile on there. A few things about the jobs on our job board. They are all vetted, legitimate roles with military-friendly employers. The majority of them are remote and or location flexible. So for the most part, we try to find PCS-friendly roles, right? So ones that when you do move, as you know, active duty life will take you from here to there, everywhere. So usually we try to find roles that you can take with you when you go. We also try to put all the information on that job application and description that you're going to need for the role. So, you'll see things like part-time, full-time, W-2, 1099, benefits, equipment provided. And it'll also, important one is location. So you'll see things like CONUS, OCONUS, any U.S. state, flexible, things like that. As a heads up, CONUS means continental United States, right? So that's going to be the 48 continental United States. Any U.S. state means continental United States plus Alaska and Hawaii. So we go off DOD definitions there, as you were. So it's going to be Alaska and Hawaii are technically OCONUS roles. But many of our employers like CVS, Imagine 360, Intuit, Travelers, they all hire in any U.S. state. So you'll see that on theirs. Okay, so let's talk about jobs. So we have a couple employment partners that are always going to be pretty much on the job board. So you are going to see a few things like CVS Health. You're going to see Imagine 360, Travelers, and Intuit are on the job board pretty much every single week, which is really awesome. CVS, just as a quick note, will have their areas of business broken out into their own job lines. So you'll see roles for clinical, you'll see roles like its own little job listing for like technology, IT technology roles. You'll also see ones for customer care. Those are going to be in their own. So you can sort through them that way, and it'll take you over to their job site from that. Travelers and Imagine 360, while we do often have individual roles and specific roles on the job board as their own job listing, sometimes if they're not, they'll just also be on the multi-listing role that you can see all of the travelers roles, all of the Imagine 360 roles on there. New this week that just popped up yesterday, we have a remote insurance agent / broker. So it's a work from home, it is a remote work from home opportunity, flexible hours. You do need a partially quiet office. That is a question we do ask all of our employers to figure out for you. What percentage of quiet office hours do you need? This requires some quiet office, but not 100%. And they do need it to be a licensed PNC agent. So if you have your license, this is a great opportunity for you. We've hired for this company before, and they're awesome. And they're pretty much willing to let you work within the United States, any of the US states, and with some flexible roles for a contract 1099 role. So you can find that on there. And I don't think I mentioned this, but the roles on our job board do update frequently. So this has happened a couple times in the last month or so, where I will do a Tuesday job talk, and by Wednesday morning, we have brand new roles on the job board. And then they're gone by the next Tuesday job talk. So make sure that you are on our job board and signed up. And another great place to find out about roles, if you're somehow missing emails or you're not an email person, our Facebook group, right there, the VertForce private Facebook group, is another really great way to find out about the jobs that we have. We post about them every single time they get listed on our job board. We send out an email. Yep. But we also post about it in our VertForce private Facebook group. So it's a great way if you're not an email person, or you're more in the habit of just deleting all the things except for a couple ones, and you're missing them. That's a great place to see that as well. So just as a heads up for that. Like I said, on the job board, you're also going to see roles with we have a few roles with Imagine 360 still up there that are specific roles. And when I say specific, I mean separate out of the multi-listing. So we have a consumer reimbursement account specialist. So the cool thing about this is not a clinical role, even though it is a healthcare company, right? So I know that often we think of Imagine 360 or CVS, for example, as being a clinical company. Yes, they do have clinical roles, but there are things that are non-clinical as well. And so we have the consumer reimbursement account specialist up there. They're looking for, it's sort of a, I'm trying to think of the best way to put this. So you're doing like claims processing and things like that, some insurance and HSA stuff. So that's a great one for anybody with that type of experience who has worked for a healthcare company before. They are looking for somebody who does have working understanding of consumer directed healthcare products and medical or health insurance preferred, but not required. So just as a heads up. And as I talk about some of these, just so you know, you can find all of these on our job board as well. If I'm talking too fast or you're like, hey, wait, that would have been really cool. You can find all of these on our job board. We still have the hematology oncology case managers. So for our military nurses out there, this is a great opportunity for you. It's a W-2 role, lots of benefits. Obviously, they do require a quiet office hour just for HIPAA guidelines, but highly recommend checking that out if you're interested in that. And like I said, on the job board, we do also have, you'll see underneath that, we have CVS roles for NP/PA roles, clinical careers. You'll also see ones for customer care jobs, tech roles, pharmacy jobs, on and on and on. And you'll also see a multi-position listing for Imagine 360 and for travelers. So you can find all of those on our job board. And so I see a couple of you joining us now. Hello, hello. And so if you have questions or you're looking for something specific or need help with something, in case you just joined us, I know I just saw a whole bunch of people come in, go ahead and you can drop those in the comments. I'm keeping an eye on all of that to answer those questions for you. And then now I am very, very excited. You guys are going to be the very, very, very first to hear about this. So I I'm really excited about this. So we have a couple upcoming events, and you guys, like I said, get to be the very first to hear about this. So the very first time we get to announce this, we are doing Home Buying 101. Oh, look at it, put the G in the second line. Gotta love it. Okay, so we are doing Home Buying 101. I'm so excited for this. This has been a long time in the works. Our sister company, the Military MLS, is hosting this Home Buying 101. So everything from A to Z. We're talking a roadmap from first steps when you're just curious to just closing, right? All the way through that. We're going to take you through all of the steps that you need, all the processes that get involved. We're going to talk about common mistakes or missteps that first-time home buyers or any home buyer might take. We're going to talk about what those missteps and miscalculations, oopsies, right? We're going to talk about those. They're going to talk about how to avoid them and things that you can set yourself up for success. We're going to have some really awesome experts there. Very excited to answer all of your questions, take you through the whole roadmap of home buying, whether you've done it before or you've done it 17 times. This class is going to be a great option for you. It is always nice to have an expert to lean on, a trusted place to go to ask your questions and get actual advice. And the cool part about this is it's not just going to be generic advice, right? Obviously, it's going to be tailored and specific to the military community, anybody who has access to a VA loan or not, but tailored to the military community. But you're not just getting generic advice that you can try and Google. This is going to be advice that when you ask a question, they're going to be happy to answer it based on your situation, your goals, your timeline, where you're at. Are you 2 years from retirement? Are you 12 months from retirement? Are you in the process of PCSing from overseas? Where are you at? All of it is going to be tailored to you. It's going to be great. We've had similar education classes in the past, but never something quite like this, where we literally take you from all the way at the very, very beginning, all the way to closing on your house. So it's going to be really, really fun. It's going to be a great event, interactive, casual event. It's going to be awesome. You can scan the QR code right there. I just realized I don't have the URL for you. For those of you who are probably on your phone, I'm guessing that's a decent number of you. Let me get that caption for you, and I'll put the, there it is. This is the URL for that QR code that I put up there. This URL right here is where you can go register. You can learn more about the events. And you can register. And once you register, we'll make sure that we send you updates about the event, reminders, and as well as the Zoom link so you can join us. Plus, if you RSVP to the event, you will get the recording when it is released. So even if you have to leave early or you can't attend, by registering, you will guarantee that you're going to get yourself the recording, which is awesome. And as always, we love to do a little giveaway at these events. But the fun part about the military MLS ones is not only do we give away $105 Starbucks gift cards, but at this event, if you do sign up and attend a strategy call, which is no obligation, it's a great place to just talk one-on-one about your situation and get advice. If you attend those strategy calls, you do get a Stanley tumbler sent directly from one of the team, which is pretty fantastic, and a nice little perk. So if you are at all going to buy a house at some point in the next couple of years, whether it's 6 months from now or 3 years from now, this is a great chance to get more information, learn more, get your questions answered. And I'm really excited about it. So I hope to see you guys there. We're still a couple of years out from buying a home, but I'm really excited to go and learn some more. And last time I came on screen and asked a question because I have questions too. So I hope you guys will come. You can RSVP there. If for some reason you can't scan it and you want me to drop this in the chat, just let me know and I will drop it in the chat for you guys so that you can see, get the URL so that you guys can register for that. And another exciting one that I want to talk about today is you are again, the very, very first to get to hear about this. We are doing an event with Imagine 360. We've got a Coffee and Connect with Imagine 360 coming up next month, September 18th. So mark your calendars, September 18th. We are doing an event with Imagine 360. It's going to be Coffee and Connect style on Zoom. Like I mentioned, coffee giveaways for you. We'll have $5 Starbucks gift cards for 100 live attendees. And we're going to be talking to quite a few of their team members. We talk about talking to their recruitment team. We're going to be talking to some VertForce community members who have been hired at Imagine 360, who have been promoted at Imagine 360, and you're going to get to hear their stories, how they got in with Imagine 360, what their career journeys have looked like, what they like about working at Imagine 360. So this is a really great opportunity for you to get a chance to get FaceTime with the hiring team, with the recruitment team at Imagine 360, to hear what it's like to actually work there, what a day in the life is like, and always jobs. You get to hear about open jobs with Imagine 360, which is going to be fantastic. So you'll get to hear about what they're hiring for, what they're looking for, and how you can hopefully start your new career with them. So there's that. I, again, just realized that I don't have the URL for you. So let me grab that in case you need it. I can drop it in the chat so you have it as well. But this is a great opportunity. These events are always super, super fun. It's a great opportunity for you to learn more about the company, hear what they're all about, hear what it's like to work there. So highly recommend coming. And I do want to point out, like I mentioned before about the job board, Imagine 360 is a remote healthcare company. Yes, they're going to have clinical roles for you, but they're also going to have other non-clinical roles as well. So I'm going to drop that in the chat. We'll see whether or not it sends over to Facebook. So I'll try and drop that over there too for you guys so you can register for that. Like I said, you guys get to be the first to hear about that. So those are the big things I wanted to talk about today. So if you guys have questions, now is a good time to drop them. I also wanted to mention that in past Tuesday talks, we have talked about, or Tuesday job talks, we have talked about cover letters. We've talked about interview tips. We've talked about resumes and how to use AI. So if you have any questions about that, those sort of topics, or jobs, or where to find jobs, or if something is a scam, always here to happy to answer that. And if you need to find those because you missed them, or you want more information, or you have questions, or are looking for resources, I'm going to put this up here because it is a very good resource for you. Our YouTube, this is where you can find all of, I put it up here. And if you can't scan it because you're watching from your phone, just go into YouTube and you can search for Kimber Hill, and you'll find our VertForce YouTube. And it's a great place for resources. We've put tons of podcasts out there. You'll actually see employer conversations out there as well. And Kimber just posted today, I think it went up today, and not tomorrow, or tomorrow went up. But we have a new podcast up called How to Find Remote Work That Doesn't Suck, which, I think can probably resonate with a lot of us. Not me anymore, but I've been there. So if you are looking for more resources, you're looking for advice and things like that, you can always find that on our YouTube. And you can also find all of these Tuesday job talks. They get saved on our YouTube. Just go to the little live tab for live streams, and you'll find all of those there. So let me check. Oh, you're welcome, Rebecca. Thank you for being here. And let me double check real fast on one other thing. And so I do want to say too, before we go, while I'm waiting for questions to see if anybody has before I head out for the day, that if you, Rebecca says she watched that last night. How to Find Remote Work That Doesn't Suck. Yep. I actually watched it last night as well. Very helpful. So if you haven't, here I can, let's see if I can put that up there for you. I'm trying to find a link. Sorry. One that YouTube has not made into like a 1,000-letter long one. Here, I will show you. This is there it goes. Okay, so this QR code now is updated to the How to Find Remote Work That Doesn't Suck. So you can go watch that. It's a great one. And I do want to say we've got some very, very exciting things in the pipeline. I know it's probably really annoying if I tease things instead of just telling you, but we are waiting on finalizing some stuff on a few things, but we've got some really exciting events coming down the way and exciting announcements. So make sure you're staying tuned to our Facebook page and our Tuesday job talks, because I will make sure that I mention them here as well. So I'm going to put these QR codes back up here for Home Buying 101. Hosted by the Military MLS. It's going to be an awesome event. You have a chance to win Starbucks gift cards, Stanley tumblers, and get all of your home buying questions answered. And no matter where you are, if you've purchased, if this is you looking at your first home or your eighth, this is a great opportunity to learn more, get a refresher, and get all your questions answered. So that's going to be a really fun event. I don't actually know that I mentioned this. It's on August 26th. Sorry if I didn't mention that. I was so excited. I think I might have forgotten that. August 26th. So next month, just under a month away, we're going to be doing Home Buying 101. It's going to be on Zoom. So once you register for that event, you will get the Zoom link and you'll get reminders to your inbox as well as a calendar invite. And once you RSVP, you'll also ensure that you're going to get the recording afterwards. So if you can't make it or have to leave early, that's a great opportunity to get to watch it. So highly recommend. It's going to be a great event. I'm really excited about it. And then on September 18th, we are doing a Coffee and Connect on Zoom with Imagine 360. It's going to be a great chance to get to hear more from the company, hear from some VertForce community members, military spouses, veterans working at Imagine 360. And as always, we will be giving away free coffee at that event. So I am about wrapped up for today. So if anybody has any questions or anything like that, feel free to drop them in the chat. I usually try to go back and answer if they come in through LinkedIn or on Facebook after the fact. And as a quick heads up, next week's Tuesday Job Talk will likely be on Wednesday. It's going to be a Tuesday. That's not a Tuesday, a Wednesday Job Talk. Just with some scheduling conflicts next week, I'm going to be out of town. So I will see you guys next week, and I am excited to see you at Home Buying 101 next month and our Coffee and Connect with Imagine 360 in September. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day, and I will see you next week.